Hey guys, Aaron here, coming at you with a new knife review. This is the Bonner Knives Pocket Butcher, and it's a pocket fixed blade, which for quite a while has been one of my favorite styles of fixed blade knives to carry. It's got a mirror polish on the bevel. That you can kind of see some fingerprints in, but there's something really attractive to me about the simplicity of carrying a knife like this. There's no locks, there's no lockup, there's no lock rock. It's easy to use, it's reliable, and in some ways it's even stronger than a folding knife. And something like this is as easy to carry, that's for sure. And this particular knife is made, like I said, by Bonner Knives, and I will link them in the description so you can check that out. But Bonner Knives is run and owned by Eric Bonner, who grew up in a rural part of the country and was kind of around metalworking and stuff like that his entire life. But it wasn't until he wanted to make a gift for a friend that he decided to try and make a knife. He said it worked out pretty well, but he just made him want to try harder. And I'll tell you one thing, this is a fantastic knife, so he's doing all right. He's self-taught via YouTube and some various knife making books, and yeah, he makes friction folders too and a couple other styles of fixed blades, and he's got some pretty cool stuff coming out that I think you guys would be really excited about. But let's talk about this thing for a little bit longer. It's got an overall length of 5 inches with a 2-inch blade, butcher style. It's CPM 154 blade steel. It weighs about 2.5 ounces, 3.5 with the sheath. And the handle here is made of ironwood. He also will do G10 and micarta. Ergonomically, the ergos on this knife are a very subtle sort of touch to it. You have 2 small sort of subtle finger choils here, and this dip in the back which really locks it into your grip, accompanied with really aggressive jimping on the spine, secures the knife for heavy use. This is something that's not going to slip out of your hand. The lanyard that he includes offers a good purchase for your pinky finger there. And so overall, this knife is locked in and is something that won't slip out of your grasp. It's got a great little secure grip. Kind of talking about the handle texture here a little bit. The ironwood is a little bit more slippery. He does offer G10 and micarta, like I said, which are going to have some texture to it and will offer a little bit better grip purchase. It just doesn't look as cool, and let's just be honest, that's kind of a factor. So you can decide what you want. It will also affect the price. G10 and micarta will be a little bit cheaper. The jimping, let's see if I can focus this close. The jimping on here you can see is really well done. Nice and sharp, very effective, and it really locks in on your finger when you press down on it. Oh, sorry, I'm just adjusting. The blade is a butcher shape, obviously, which is really interesting. What I like about a butcher as opposed to a Wharncliffe is it gives you a functional point. A lot of Wharncliffes do as well, but this one really does. And a slight upsweep towards the tip gives you a lot of functional belly here. It is also very hollow ground, which makes this thing incredibly sharp. Very, very sharp. I was surprised when I unboxed it. If there's any negative that I can give to it, it's just that the blade's short, which lends itself to the size. I mean, it's a trade-off one way or the other. But, in terms of like slicing an apple or something like that, the blade's not going to reach all the way across, so you're going to do some multiple cuts. The steel is CPM 154, which I'm sure as a lot of you guys know, especially if you've been watching the channel, is Crucible's powdered metal version of 154 CM. I love both of those steels. I think they're great. They have really decent to good edge retention, but they're still easy to sharpen. And they are stainless steel with a 14% chromium composition, so you're not going to really have to worry about any staining or rust issues. I've never had CPM 154 rust up on me. The sheath is a simple vegetable tan leather fold-over sheath, just a little sandwich that the knife fits in. And this thing pockets really, really well. It'll ride along next to a cell phone or a wallet without too much difficulty. He does offer a clip, which I did not take advantage of. And that's something you can consider, because to resheath this once you've taken the knife out, which you can do just by grabbing the lanyard and pulling the knife out, you will need to remove the sheath from your pocket in order to slide it back in there, but it holds pretty securely. It's a great little sheath, and like I said, it'll ride very well in the pocket. Kind of in conclusion, I think Eric is a really cool knife maker, somebody to keep an eye on. I think he's going places and doing really great things. He makes friction folders, which I think are really cool, and I'm going to need to get my hands on a friction folder. And he also has a couple other projects in the works that you can find on his Facebook group if you just search for Bonner, B-O-N-N-E-R, knives on Facebook. And he also has a website, which I will link in the description. So that's it. That is the Bonner Knives Pocket Butcher. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I appreciate your comments, your suggestions. Please favorite and like this video, and keep your eyes open for some more stuff, because I've got a few more things coming. Thanks a lot. Aaron, out of here.